Here we are again. Good evening and welcome to Tea and Tarot Live. Let's see what this live stream is going to be like. I'll draw 3 cards for the live stream. One for me, one for the people who tune in, and one for the live stream itself. Okay. Hello, Be Curious. Welcome. Let's see what cards we have for the evening. Okay. I've drawn 3 cards. And I have for me, hello L. Phillips. I'm just doing a reading for the live stream. Me, you guys, the guests, and the live stream itself. So for me, I've got the 3 of battens, which I suppose is that I'm making a bit of an effort here to be enterprising and get this channel on the road and become my own TV station. Now the audience, the guests, we have Page of Wands reversed. So gosh, I don't know what that means. It means that maybe there's, hi Redwing. We're just doing a reading for the live stream. I think maybe there's going to be people tuning in who kind of have lost their way and want a reading about something. Okay, because the Page of Wands is kind of like a scout, aren't they? And they go out into new territory looking for ways to operate and looking for new opportunities. And I think he's a bit lost, he or she is a bit lost this evening, but we'll sort that out because the card we've got for the live stream is the High Priestess. So that's, I suppose, that's the revealing of hidden things. So that can't be bad. But it looks like someone has fallen out of our live stream. I hope the connection's okay. We're back up to 3 again, so it should be Curious, L. Phillips, and Redwing. You 3 should be here at least. But yeah, we just had the card for the live stream itself, which is High Priestess, revealing of hidden things, ladies and gentlemen. So that can't be bad. I have By the way, how was your Christmas? I overate. And so now I'm feeling a bit, I'm having a lovely Yuletide, but I'm feeling a bit overfed. I have to be more careful, I think. Just for the record, here's the 3-card reading for for this evening's live stream. So we decided that was me, that was at least some of the guests, and that was the live stream itself. So, did you guys eat moderately or extravagantly? Too much cheese? Yeah, me too. We didn't eat any meat, but my partner's a full-on vegetarian. But that does mean that, you get hungry and the cheese comes out, doesn't it? And then before you know where you are, you've eaten too much cheese. But I hope it was good cheese. I hope it was good quality cheese. I have a topic to get the conversation going while we're waiting for the others to join, if others are going to join us. Maybe the reversed maybe the reversed page of wands meant that, you know, our other guests have actually got lost. They got lost in their Christmas celebrations. Excellent blue, Stilton. Very good. I wish. I've given up cow's cheese. I'm very, very sad to say. Blue Stilton is one of life's great pleasures, and so is Danish blue, I think. And so is Gorgonzola. They're all those ones are fantastic. But I still eat Roquefort because that's a sheep's one. L. Phillips says, I'm having a Page of Pentacles reverse day. I'm too achy to go riding or shopping today. Too much amaretto, perhaps. Ooh. You don't want to overdose on amaretto, I don't think. That might be quite uncomfortable. What should we do? Should we read cards? Oh, okay, my topic for today is this. I was watching a certain famous tarot writer on YouTube the other day, and she was saying, oh, yes, the World card, as everyone knows, in lots of old tarots, the World card is a hermaphrodite figure. And I thought, oh, that old chestnut. I mean, I've seen several devil cards, you know, when I've been reading about the history of tarot. I've seen several devil cards that are clearly hermaphrodite, you know, explicitly drawn as such. But I have actually never seen a world card which is explicitly hermaphrodite. Look, there's the world card. And there's this sort of myth, sort of urban myth going around, tarot urban myth going around, that the world card is in fact hermaphrodite, and that wispy bit of drapery is covering the evidence of that. But you could say that about anyone being covered by a wispy bit of drapery, couldn't you, really? So, yeah, and I went to my books, and there's a great book by Paul Hewson, what's it called? Mystic Origins of the Tarot. And he said the world card was actually originally Jesus going up to heaven. So it started off being a man anyway. And you know which writer, Wedring, okay, Red Wing. Well, it's not a difficult one, is it? So yeah, the world card was originally Jesus, and then it turned into a woman. And so maybe people think, okay, well, halfway between Jesus and this woman, there must have been a hermaphrodite. Yes, it is Rachel Pollack, Jackie L. Day. It is Rachel Pollack, and I think Rachel Pollack is extremely influential. Now, I'm not anti-Rachel. I think she was a wonderful person, and you know, I mean, I could easily have met her when she was in London, you know, going around on those old circuits. But as you might know, I don't like 78 Degrees of Wisdom very much. I think it's a bit overcomplicating, and I'm not quite sure that all the facts are real facts or whether they're just a bit factoidy. L. Phillips, I can't imagine Hewson promoting Jesus. I don't think he does. I don't think he promotes Jesus, no, but he's very, what's the word? I think he's just very interested in the origins of the tarot. So he would just say, well, that's how it was in that deck, and then that's how it was in that deck. And he sees a lot of, you know, non-Christian roots in the tarot as well. BB Bell Wen is heavy too. Oh, I don't know. BB Bell Wen, is that a tarot writer, L. Phillips? Yeah. Oh, really? Your first occult book was Paul Hewson's Mastering Witchcraft. Is it good? I've seen copies online. You can get it secondhand online. And it looks... Oh, Benabel Wen, is that Holistic Tarot? Interesting. I've never read that book. It's a really big, thick book, isn't it? I have a theory, actually at the moment, and I think this is where I'm going to go with my book, which is that tarot. Thanks, Al Phillips. Tarot could be simpler. And I think what we want to do is we want to use these cards to, frankly, to be psychic and to get messages and to connect with our, what I call our multidimensional selves, our big brain that exists in the other dimensions. And I think we can use these to do that. I don't think we have to suffer by reading these books which make it incredibly complicated. It makes 78 degrees seem like an LWB. I don't actually know what an LWB is. You have to tell me. I look forward to your next comment. Yeah, but I think my point is I'm a bit suspicious of what is it, holistic tarot as well. I think there's a whole industry of making tarot complicated. You walk into Watkins' books, Oh Little White Book. It makes 70 degrees seem like a little white book. Yeah. So you walk into Watkins and there's 100 books about tarot, and some of them are more complicated than others. And my theory is, and even the books for beginners, I think they give too much information. They give like 20 meanings for each card, and what a beginner really needs is something a bit simpler and a bit more focused. And I think we can use these cards as a kind of alphabet to communicate with our multidimensional brain. It doesn't have to be so complicated. I think you can, because I think in the 21st century we could say we can make tarot our own. Certainly in the 18th and 19th century, certainly when the Golden Dawn were using it, it was really complicated. They took 3 days over a reading and stuff, and if a certain thing happened in a reading, you were instructed to give up and start again. It was really complicated. And I think we can reclaim tarot, and we can sort of like reimagine it and do it in a way which is suitable for us in 2023. Alpha says, that's why I gravitate to Lenormand and Gypsy Witch for fortunes. Lenormand, what is Gypsy Witch? I know what Lenormand is, and I'm fascinated, but I don't know Lenormand, and I'm worried that my brain might sort of explode if I try to learn a completely new system. But maybe I should just relax and can you recommend a good introduction to Lenormand? That would be really interesting. So if you've just joined us, we are talking about the question of whether tarot should be complicated or not. And incidentally, everybody, if anybody is feeling lost and bewildered and would like a tarot reading this evening, they're short, they're free. Just let me know. I'll put your name down and I'll read some cards. Rama George's Lenormand book. Okay, I'm writing that down. Thanks, El Phillips. Rama George's Lenormand book. In fact, I think maybe, I'm pretty secure in my tarot knowledge at the moment, so probably I would be able to read about Lenormand without getting confused. Be curious. I tried out Lenormand for a bit, but ended up donating that deck and sticking with tarot exclusively. Okay. Rana. Okay, Rana George. Yeah. I think the Lenormand cards are really pretty, and I think the story of, Madame Lenormand is very interesting, and I would like to know about her because she was the Empress Josephine's resident tarot reader, wasn't she? She was Napoleon's wife's tarot reader, which I think is really full on. And by the way, I quite like that film. I saw it the other day. It's quite good, and the actress, or actor should we say, playing Josephine is really, 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 really good. Good. Well, I should read that. Okay, so we've covered the hermaphrodite world card. We think that's a Rachel Pollack. We won't say myth. We'll say it's her thing, and we can take it or leave it. But if anyone can show me a traditional world card which is specifically hermaphrodite, please do, and I'll be grateful for that. L. Phillips, her nephew burned everything. It's all a guess. Oh, wow. What, you mean Lenormand? Oh, wow. That's appalling. People should stop burning things. Does anyone want a reading while we're here? I've got my cards here. I've got, okay, deck of the evening. Deck of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, is the Hidden Message Tarot by Julien Pacot in France. And this deck is a very nice collage deck with a slightly surrealist feeling, but the surrealism is not like with Salvador Dali, where you get the feeling it's so surreal that you can't really see which card is which. You can clearly see which card is which with this deck. So normally I don't like collage decks because I don't like to see real photographs of real people when I'm reading tarot. But this one is just, it's clear and it's rather chic. And so it's the only collage deck that I use. So that's my unusual deck for the evening. We could do a reading with that if you want. If you've just joined, welcome. We're chatting about tarot things. We're chatting about Lenormand, that system, and whether tarot should be complicated or simple. And I'm also inviting anybody who wants it to ask me for a short reading if they want. We don't have to, and maybe sometimes it's nice to just relax and chat. So, Madame Lenormand's nephew burnt all her stuff because he was a staunch Catholic, which is frightful, frightful news. Okay, be curious. I'd love a reading, please. Sorry, L. Phillips. I've just put the deck away. We'll get them back. Be curious. How can I best support my physical health in 2024? I had surgery 7 weeks ago, and there is a chance I could be getting a second surgery down the road, chronic illness related. Okay, so firstly, be curious. I think you and I, we must be very adult about this. Firstly, I'm assuming that you're having good conversations with your doctors about this. So that's the first thing. So when we look at the tarot cards, that's just a backup, okay? So we're not trying to replace the doctors. And then on top of that, I would so just reassure me that you are talking to your doctors about supporting your physical health. Yeah, good. And so secondly, I would say we're going to be very intuitive about this, and I may just pull cards and then we'll be intuitive together. We're not really going to do a full sort of Edgar Cayce style naturopathic reading here. Good. Fantastic. Okay, so the question is, how can I best support my physical health in 2024? Okay, I want to pull 2 cards for you. Be curious. This is for Be Curious. How can she best secure her best support the physical health in 2024? You have Emperor. You have Five of Cups. I'm going to read those two, in a sense, in reverse order. Here's your reading, Emperor and Five of Cups. I think it feels to me like there is a strong emotional message in this reading. Best support my physical health. Surgery 7 weeks ago, and there's a chance I could be getting a second surgery down the road, chronic illness related. It's upsetting, I think, when you need to have surgery, and there has been upset. I think once when I was in Brazil, I went for sort of spiritual healing ceremony, and it's a long story, but I was given the very strong message by these spiritualist doctors that it was very important that I said to myself, I will get better, I will get better, I will get better. And that I didn't, in a sense, focus too strongly on the, in a sense, the sadness or the upset of the illness that I had. And so it's, the Five of Cups, there's the upset of those three cups. And there's the optimism of the future behind the figure. So it's very much about turning around and looking to the future and saying, I believe I will get better, I will get better, I will get better. Sometimes it just boils down to that. So that's what I'm getting for you from these two cards. And Emperor. Structure. What I'm getting is, again, you said I have modern healthcare, and I actually think that this guy here is very much about, the sort of the concrete, non-psychic world of human achievement and human civilization, and one of those things is hospital medicine. So I think that you need to collaborate with your doctors, and you need to you have a good relationship with them, have that good relationship, listen, and really stick to any health regime they give you, or she or he gives you. And that goes hand in hand with this sort of the importance of the belief system and the emotional sort of pep talk that you need to give yourself every day of the year. That's what I'm getting. Okay, deep breath. That was for Be Curious. Hello 999 show. Miss Fiona. Be Curious. Miss Fiona. Okay. I'd love a reading. Okay, Miss Fiona, I'm going to read your notes. Be Curious, I hope that was helpful. It's funny that we're not in the same room. I just have to give you the reading and take a deep breath and move on. Good. Thank you. You're welcome. Miss Fiona. Hi, yes, please. I'd love a reading. Another health-related problem, and I am talking to my doctor and consults. Good. NHS lost my MRI results and have been a nightmare, and mine is TN chronic pain. Miss Fiona, could you tell me what TN means? Even though I'm not going to approach this as a doctor, I need to know. I need to know that I'm understanding your words. And I'd like to know if they will ever get to the bottom of the issue and find a solution for me. It's been going on 4 years and I'm feeling stuck. It is one isolated place and keep having flare-ups and under medical care. Thank you, Robert. Oh, wow. Wow. Trigeminal neuralgia. Okay. Okay, so the important thing is that we're all agreed that I'm not your doctor. This is sort of a supplementary, sort of, in a sense, emotional, spiritual thing to put on top of any advice that you're getting from the doctors and the hospitals. But the NHS lost your results and have been a nightmare. I'd like to know if they will ever get to the bottom of the issue and find a solution for me. It's been going on 4 years. Okay. Let's do 7 cards for you, Miss Fiona. This is about Miss Fiona's ongoing problem with a medical issue, with a pain issue, and with the NHS. Let's just see. I'm going to read your message again, Fiona. Okay. 5, 6, 7 reversals. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that it's really good. This is your present card, Fiona. The Ace of Pentacles. I feel there's something about the present moment which is really important in this case. It might be this, that you have been suffering for so long, and you have been, in a sense, whatever it is, getting the bad NHS experience. And as you know, I'm British, I come from England. I know the NHS can be really difficult. And you know, in your past card is Devil reversed. It feels like really bit hellish. But actually, your most positive card in this reading is the one referring to the present circumstances. And I think there's something about the present circumstances which is extremely important here. It feels like at this moment, for some reason, you have your feet on the ground and you have a good connection with some kind of, there's something strong about you at this moment. And it feels to me, you know, your advice card here, I'll show you all the cards. There they all are. Past, Devil reversed, present, Ace of Pentacles, future, Ten of Swords, advice, reversed, 5 of Pentacles, environment, reversed, Page of Wands, obstacles, King of Swords, moving towards, 8 of Swords. Actually, your most positive card is here in the present moment, and followed by your advice card, which is 5 of Pentacles. So it seems that what you're being advised to do is somehow to, I think, to take some sort of action as soon as possible. And this might be very difficult to hear if you've been sort of kept dangling on a string for 4 years. But I do think there's some message coming through here. 5 of Pentacles, try not to perceive yourself as being locked out of the conversation. Just try to let go of that, even if that idea is in your brain, and it may be true to some extent, just don't think about it. I think you need, again, to go in and give them another hammering if you can. They're not all supportive. You've got a King of Pentacles as an obstacle. You've got an unsupportive Page of Rods in the environment. You know, that there's people attached to the case who are not very supportive, but that's kind of, I mean, you've got, there is that's kind of what I want to say to you, Fiona. Just please try to focus on that one, and that as an advice card. No Five of Pentacles. That's the message that I'm getting for you. It's something about now. Okay. Because I think it could continue to drag on if you don't give it a little extra shove now. And that might mean, you know, that might mean first week of January or whatever. It probably doesn't mean over Christmas. So yeah, I mean, any tarot reader hesitates to give advice around medical questions, but that, I think, it is something that I can feel, I can say, and that I will leave it at that. Okay. Deep breath. That was Fiona's reading with the Aquarian deck. Let's see. Okay. April says hello. Hello, April. Nice of you to stop in. L. Phillips, yes, you can have a reading, of course. I'll put you on the list. Giving, okay, Miss Fiona says, okay, thank you. Yes, I'm giving a big push in January, chasing MRI results, as I can't go forward till I have those. Thank you. I think that's it. I think that's the message that's coming through this evening. Give it a big push. Don't let that King of Swords, all that Page of Rods, what's the word, fob you off. Just give it your all in January, I would. Yeah. And take a deep breath and then trust. And trust. You're very welcome, and Happy New Year to you too, Miss Fiona. So, L. Phillips, you've said you'd like a reading. Do you have a specific question? I hope so. I prefer specific questions. Be curious. Oh. Message from Be Curious to Miss Fiona. Yeah, hang in there. I agree. Keep your feet on the ground and just be very factual about the case. You know, you have lost the results. You must find them now. I think that's what it is. Okay, I have got my cards, and I'm expecting L. Phillips to ask me a question. Hello, Linda de Gonzalez. Thank you. I had a nice Christmas. I ate too much. Okay, El Philip says, everyone is in town for the holidays. What will the scene be at the Middle East Club if we go there this week for a small gathering? Thank you. Okay. Let's see. So I'm reading these cards in complete, as I should be, like almost with a blindfold on. I don't know the Middle East Club. But let's, okay, what will the scene be at the Middle East Club if L. Phillips goes there this week for a small gathering? So let's cast our minds into the Middle East Club, whatever it might be. You can tell me more about it if you want, L. Phillips, but I will shuffle the cards, or we could just leave it like that. I think I'm going to pull 2 cards for you. I'd love it. What will the scene be? Well, you've got 2 cards here. You've got a 6 of Swords. A music club in Cambridge. Great. You've got a 6 of Swords in this Suidas collage deck. They're on their motorbikes there. So it's a bit of a jaunt, isn't it? It's not the ultimate escape from all your problems, but it's not meant to be. And I don't know whether it's a but or an and. You've got a reversed 10 of Cups. I mean, I would say go, but you might not feel entirely that it's perfect, that it's ideal. I'm getting that it maybe that's because, you know, you go there at this time of the year and it's a bit full, right? You might not feel entirely 100% at home, but then, you know, that particular version of the 6 of Cups, the 6 of Swords, sorry, does look rather jolly. They're in a motorbike with sidecar, and it does look, there's a blue sky there, it does look quite jaunty. So I would say go if you're feeling strong. What, the 6 Swords doesn't look fun. Well, you know the 6 of Swords, it's the card of the escape, isn't it? You get in a boat and you go to a better place. I mean, that doesn't look quite right. Because it should be like that, shouldn't it? The place where you can be happy. Yeah. So if it's reversed, it may not quite be the place where you would be entirely happy this week. Yeah. Ten cups, yeah, 10 cups reversed. I don't think it's a disaster. I just think it means not ideal. And, you know, it may be, if you want to go out this week, maybe the best option. I mean, maybe it's all frightful out there. I mean, it's not the 10 of Swords, is it? Yeah. Yeah. You've also got a reversed 2 of Battens. So it's all a bit reversed, isn't it? It's a sort of, again, another card which you would like to be like that. If you want a place to make you feel like king of the world, and maybe it wouldn't quite do the trick. Okay, deep breath. That was my reading for the Middle East Club. And that was my reading for L. Phillips. Linda's here, and she says, "Hi, Robert. Lol, Robert. I ate and laughed so much. I'm a pound heavier today." Laughing is good exercise, isn't it? But yes, I think we're all a pound heavier. Okay, that was Middle East Club with the Julien Paco deck. You're very welcome, very welcome. I'll leave that decision up to you. I'm actually going out on New Year's Eve. I'm breaking one of my rules. I'm going to read tarot at a party. But actually, I'm not going to be reading. I said no. I said I don't want to read tarot at a party. I don't believe in it. I think it's bad practice. But what we're doing is we're having a pre-warm-up event before the party in which I will read some tarot, and then we'll ring a bell, we'll go ding-a-ling, and the tarot will stop and the party will begin. So I think that's okay, and I will have a private room. But yes, reading tarot at parties, maybe not the best environment. So if you've just joined us, we're chatting about tarot. I'm happy to give free short readings. You can buy me a coffee if you like, don't have to. And we did a reading. I did a reading at the beginning of the evening of the live stream. What would this live stream be like? And the card that I got for the audience, for the guests, was a reversed page of battens. So I thought there might be some people who are a bit lost in the desert at the moment and might be wanting a reading or two. So that's where we'd got to. So we've had a couple of readings, and we still have, we still got a good 15 or 20 minutes. Then I think I'm going to be back on New Year's Day, actually. It's hard to put the tarot at the party genie back in the bottle once they make an appearance. I think that's probably true. Yes, be curious. I think it is dodgy practice exactly because of that, because the energy is chaotic and there is alcohol, and you can make people cry. They get drunk and they ask you a question, you give an answer, and they're upset. And if there's noise, how can you concentrate? You need a separate room, and you need the door to be closed, and you don't need too much noise coming through. So you need to be careful about conditions. Okay. I prefer to do one-on-one in a more sacred space so I can focus. I agree. I think you're quite right. Okay. We've got two questions coming in. We've got the 999 show and I'm Lovejoy. Okay. So I can answer those two questions. That may be the last two readings. There might be time for one after that before we get to 7 o'clock GMT. 999 show, a friend, a tarot friend in America. And he's asking me a question about American politics. Well, I think what we'll have to do this 999 show, this will have to be kind of like a collaboration between you and me. I'll put down the cards and I'll tell you what I see. Because clearly I don't know as much about American politics as you. But let's put down two cards. And let's use the Julien Paco. What does the federal USA politics look like for the next few years? Let's just look. Can I just rephrase that? What does it look like in the future, in the near future? As far as I know, the spirit guides or the higher selves are not particularly accurate with timing. At least they're not in my world or in my practice. So I think this reading will probably be more about next year. Okay. We're going to do 2 cards. Federal USA politics. You're going to collaborate with me, 999 show, okay? A little bit. Huh. We have, you've asked a great question. We've got a great answer. You've got the 10 of Swords and the Death card. In other words, we have drawn the 2 most feared cards in the tarot deck, having asked the tarot about US federal politics in the next years. Okay, let's not be facetious. Let's read those cards as I read tarot cards. That for me is the low point. That is the nadir. And so clearly there are cycles. There are different cycles and different low points. But we could say, okay, American federal politics are going to hit an absolute nadir in the next years. We don't have to say there's going to be death riding through the USA. We could say, which I would say, that there will be change, and certain things will have to leave the political scene. Certain things will have to die off, and they may be, in this case, things that the passing of these things may feel painful, but it's necessary. So it feels like this, how can I put it? It should be like this, shouldn't it? This nadir situation, this low point in US politics, is in a frightful way necessary, because the country's changing and because the world's changing, and after all, we're going into supposedly a new age, and these energies are really crazy at the moment and very conflictual. So there you go. That's quite a strong visual tarot answer to a very forthright question there from the 999 show. And 999 show, if you have any comment on it, let us know. I think you may or may not be the only American in the live stream this evening. We're all watching with bated breath to see what happens. Hopefully positive change. Well, yes, the Death card is about positive change. Oh, hello, Be Curious. You're in the US as well. The Death card is about positive change. Death is a reaper, and Death harvests things. He harvests souls, but he is also connected to these ancient gods who go around, harvesting the grain. So you kind of reap what you sow. It's a bit karmic, but yeah, it is. It's inevitable change. It's growth, but it's painful growth. Yes, and I think that's what I see about the Ten of Swords, is that if history is cyclic, you sometimes do have to go to the low point before things can start getting better. Angie says the US is in its Pluto return, so it makes sense. Yeah. Okay, it's 10 to 7 GMT. Let's put that in our pipes and smoke it. Very interesting question, very interesting reading. I mean, interesting fall of cards. Don't know whether my reading was interesting. And then the other question I said I would answer is, you know, from the political to the personal. How will the argument I had with my wife change our relationship? The question is which configuration of cards would be the best for that. Okay. So I'm Lovejoy. How would the arguments you had with your wife change the relationship? So I'm going to do a reading for the relationship post-argument. Interesting. I put down 3 cards here. I've got a card for you, I'm Lovejoy, a card for your wife, and a card for the relationship going forward. So that's you. We've got a devil card for you. We've got 6 of cups for your wife, and this is the relationship going forward. Well, what I want to say is that it feels like, I mean, the King of Swords kind of refers to these biblical judges, I think, like King Solomon, who is the wise judge and could sort of arbitrate between arguing people. And it feels like there's a sense of coolness and rightness and justness in the relationship after the argument. It feels like it was good that this was expressed. And it feels like it's good that the two of you now need to work out what is right for both of you and just be your own judges in a way as best you can, and just use your clear, in a sense, unemotional minds to just weigh up the evidence about what happened. And that's quite a good card, I think, for the relationship. It feels like your wife appreciates what has been there in the past, appreciates what you've had, appreciates the relationship as it has been until now. And I don't think that's the card of anyone who's going to not value that. I think she does value that. And for you, it feels to me like you're in what's the word? It feels like you're a bit disturbed by what's happened at the moment, and it feels like the words that I want to. This is a bit personal, isn't it? And I'm doing this in public, so I hope this is okay for you. But I will kind of try to do a version which is suitable for being in public. It feels like you might have, devil card here, you might have scared yourself a bit in the course of the argument. But what I would say is put the devil card next to King of Swords. And King of Swords is a card for both you and your wife to aspire to. This just, rational, what's the word? cool-headed judge. Yeah, yeah, you scared yourself. Then, if I'm allowed to say so, I'm Lovejoy. I think there might be a part of yourself, a shadow part of yourself, which you need to think about and accept. And is there some part of yourself that you don't like? Just be aware that all parts of yourself are okay. There's no part of yourself that's bad. It's just a matter of accepting all parts of yourself, and then you can be the just King of Swords, and then the relationship will be fine. Deep breath. So we've had a very political question and a very personal one. Thank you, 999 Show. I think we might be winding up here, unless someone else... Okay, someone has got a question. Shipra. So that would be the last reading we do. Be Curious says, my personal year ahead reading for the past year was 2023, contained death, 10 of swords, and the devil. Not surprised more of that energy is in the collective for the US. With a little skull icon there. Silly Billy. Yes, because you have asked me before 7 o'clock GMT, you can have a reading, and you're probably going to be the last reading. Shipra Karakoti has asked for reading, and then Silly Billy has asked for reading. And I will probably not take any more requests after that. Oh, Alex would like a reading. Okay, Alex, you can have a reading too, because it's not yet 7, is it? Okay. How are my final exam results going to be? Well, that's one of those questions, isn't it, Shipra? I can't cast my mind into the office of your examiner and look over his or her shoulder, but I'll take a card for you. Shipra. Exam results. Looks okay, doesn't it? The judgment card, the trumpet, the judgment. I mean, exam results are a kind of judgment, aren't they? So we knew they're going to be a judgment, but the judgment card in the tarot pack does often cause a lot of joy, doesn't it? Because everyone jumps out of their graves. So I would say that's quite auspicious. That's as far as I'm prepared to go. An auspicious omen for your final exam results, okay? I can't predict the grade. Deep breath. But that was nice. Silly Billy has asked, hi, may I get a free reading? Yes, you may. Alex has asked for a reading. So I'm going to read... I'm going to read Silly Billy's question, and Alex, you can type in your question while I do Silly Billy's. Guys, I'm about to sort of close the door to readings at the moment. Emerald will see. I'm not sure whether I will be channeling a message for you today. Just give me a few minutes and we'll see. Will Jacinta forgive me and reconcile? Well, again, that's a hell of a question, but I can do you a relationship spread, Silly Billy. Celebile Jacinta, and we'll look at that relationship. Not really sure. Future. I think, okay, you've got the star, Jacinta's got the page of rods, and the relationship has just got this reversed six of cups. I'm not sure. I think Jacinta may well forgive you. I'm not quite sure how completely, and I'm not quite sure whether there will be a full reconciliation there. We've got what we would want is, oh, sorry, Seven of Cups. Not Six of Cups. Let me just process that. Okay. I think you got the star here, okay? So I think you have to live in hope. You have to believe that it's going to turn out okay. I think it's in the balance at the moment. I think that she has got here are your two cards. She's got her back to you at the moment, which is a bit unfortunate. She seems not really to want to engage with you at the moment. But it also feels like you two shouldn't really throw it away. And maybe you both know that. It feels like you two are your best option. It feels very, very delicate. But, you know, just focus on that. That's the star. That's the card of hope. Just stay in that hopeful state. Visualize the positive outcome and just live with that until you've made your apology, until you have taken it to the next stage. Okay. Deep breath. That was for Silly Billy. Now next is Alex. Emerald, you have asked me a little late, but I will just tell you whether or not there is a message. Okay, Emerald, yes, stay on the line. I will do something for you. If you have a specific question, let me know. Hi, Irina. Okay, Alex, what's R's feelings for me, please? This is a kind of like a borderline tarot question. I don't really give straight answers to that question because it involves looking into the other person's mind without their permission, but I can do a relationship reading for Alex, R, and the relationship, okay? Alex, R, and the relationship. Um, okay, well, we've got reversed Eight of Cups for you. We've got Justice here for R. And we've got Page of Swords there for the relationship. It feels like, if that's the place that R is in, and that's giving rise to this kind of relationship, it feels a bit cool at the moment. Not cool in a negative way, but in a kind of a neutral way. It feels as if R is observing you and making up their mind. And I mean, quite naturally, you've got the reversed Eight of Cups. This is why you've asked the question, is because it feels like you can't really let this go until you know more. And so there's a slight feeling of unevenness between the two of you. It feels like you're kind of more emotionally involved than R at the moment. But that's not to say that R might not get emotionally involved. R, I think, is thinking about it. As I said, it's a borderline tarot question, and that's all that I'll be prepared to say today. Okay. Okay, so Emerald. So this is, I think, the last reading of the evening, folks, and then we will say our good nights. Thanks for joining me. Emerald asks this: I would like to know, when will I meet my guru, or if at all will I get to meet him? It's a when question, Emerald. Timings. Again, I'm not quite sure how good, our multi-dimensional brains are, which is my word for spirit guides, with timings. But let's give you 7 cards. Emerald wants to know about meeting their guru. A nice question. Okay. Just dealing with some reversals here. The Star. Okay, I've done a 7-card reading for you here, Emerald. And I'll show it to you with my patented magnetic board, and then I'll read it for you. We have number 1, in the past conditions, Ace of Swords. Number 2, present conditions, 4 of Cups. Number 3, future conditions, Hanged Man. Number 4, advice, the Star. Advice, the Star. Number 5, environment, the Sun. Number 6, obstacles, reverse, 9 of Rods. Number 7, outcome, strength. Well, you've got a lot of strong cards there, Emerald. You've got, in the past, you've made your decision, you want to meet your guru, you have the seal of divine approval for that wish. And in the present, the Four of Cups, you're feeling frustrated. Where's the Guru? But look, Hand of God is offering you the cup and you haven't noticed yet. It's fine. It's fine. You know, future conditions, Hanged Man, you will be, what's the word? You will be initiated. Star, advice card, do not give up hope. The environment, the sun, the environment is good for you. You will find this this special place of that you will find your reward. In other words, the life that you're living, the path that you're on, the people you're meeting, the things that you're doing, all this is adding up to, yes, you will meet your Guru. Because look, the outcome card is strength. All these cards are very positive. Now I said that I was not, at least me and my multidimensional brain, we are not particularly good at timing. I'm not quite sure whether timings are great things to talk about in tarot. In the obstacle position, you had a reversed 9 of rods. Okay, so it feels like you're not quite strong enough to meet your Guru yet. You need to be like that. You need to have a very strong structure in your life and in your personality. Maybe it's not so much in your personality, but I think your day-to-day life needs to be stable. You need to be stable in what you're doing and where you are and how your life is set up before this person can come into your life. And then you will have this. This is an interesting deck. It's the Aquarian deck, and it's a very strange strength card because it's usually a maiden and a lion. And here we have a sort of more of a king figure with a hunting dog. So it's almost like an emperor style strength card. But that does feel like a very strong personality coming into your life. So yes, you will meet your Guru, I think. When? I don't know, Emerald. Okay, I can't say. It's not part of my practice. So, guys, people are packing up and leaving us. I can see one by one. It is time to go back to our families and eat our warmed up turkey, if that's what we're going to eat, or our warmed up vegetarian vegan turkey substitute in our case. Thanks for joining. Happy Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. Ooh, Edinburgh, Hogmanay is too busy and too crazy for you. I think it probably is, isn't it? Edinburgh's hog. Thank you, Be Curious. Thanks everyone for being there. Emerald, I hope that was okay. I hope you stayed for that. If not, you can see it, online. These sessions are saved as videos and you can see them on my page. It's 7:15 GMT. It's time for me to go and eat my dinner. So goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And I'll be back probably on New Year's Day. But please do check my YouTube page. Bye. Happy holidays. Happy holidays 999 show. Thanks for joining. Bye. And thanks for the question. It was intense. Bye.